Welcome to Petit Le Mans for the 16th and final American Le Mans Series event. Now, Level 5 have had a great year so far, tying up the team championship last time out, but they still have one goal left. The Drivers' Championship is still open. Scott arrives here leading that, and his goal is simple: to win. Scott, here we are for the final American Le Mans Series event. Is it sort of tinged with a bit of happiness, but a bit of sadness as well?
You know, it's an end of an era, and you know, it's the finale. It's you know, I just am really fortunate that I was able to participate in this. So we'll do our best.
Now, the team wrapped up the championship last time out, and the goal today, obviously, is to take that Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
Clearly, your driving skills and the characteristics of this car have really suited this championship for you. What's the plan for today?
You know, it's really the same one that we've had all along, and it's really, you know, I'm not exactly the fastest driver out here, but I can be consistent, so that's really our game plan, and really follow the same one that we've always had. So my job is a little bit different than the other guys. We conserve fuel, and we run a different strategy at the start of the race, so I'm really on the radio. They're just telling me what to do, and I just do it.
It's a great circuit, this, isn't it? It's a 10-hour race, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a long race. You know, these endurance races, anything can happen, and you got to be patient, but be persistent.
Now, a lot of traffic in this one. How do you manage it?
You know, really, my job at the start of the race is to really, is to be conservative and really take no chances. Really, we need the car in a good shape there at the end. So if we really have to race hard, then we're ready.
So Piers, we're just getting ready for the race here. It's been a long time in coming, hasn't it? It seems like an awful long week, but we're at the moment of truth. It is now. What's the plan for the race?
The plan is to do the job, obviously. The main focus is obviously the championship for Scott. That kind of changes our race dynamic a little bit, rather than racing straight for the win, you know, as we have done all season. Now it's a bit of cat and mouse. This points game. We've got to look at what the opposition are doing. So it's going to be fairly fraught on the pit wall.
Absolutely. Now, what's the sort of feedback from the guys from this morning's warm-up, and are you sort of pretty happy with everything you've got going into the race now?
Yeah, the car's good. It was good the other night, and we've got a really nice balance on the car where it works in all conditions, whether it's wet, dry, slippy, cold. So I'm reasonably confident that we've got the best car we could possibly have going into the event. So tyre management's going to be difficult, you know, with the track drying out and yellows and things, but it's the same for everybody. But yeah, I'm pretty confident, pretty pleased with the balance we've got to. But it's a result of a season's worth of work, and then, well, nearly 2 weeks here, to be honest, testing and practicing. So
you looking forward to getting this underway?
I always love this event. It's about 14 years since the first time I came here, and I fell in love with it then, and I'm sad that this is the last prototype sort of Petit Le Mans race, but yeah, really looking forward to it.
Guy, we're on the grid here, and as usual the atmosphere is pretty special here before the race. It seems as if everything's quite calm at the moment, but how are you feeling?
It's the calm before the storm, that's what I like to call it. Feeling good, you know, Petit Le Mans, this is it. Championship's on the line. It's going to be a busy day, a lot of cars on track, 10 hours of action. So, you know, really we just need to have a good, clean start, get the cars through towards the, you know, 8-hour mark, and then we're really going to go racing. So you got to keep pace. You can't lose ground. You got to push hard, but you can't put the car in harm's way. So I'm in to start. Got to keep my cool, sail this thing to my next driver.
Now, because there's a lot of cars in this race, the traffic's going to be difficult to manage. How are you going to do that?
Swiftly, precisely, like the wind. You won't even notice me. I'm there, and boof, I'm gone.
It's going to be a great day, isn't it, David? But also tinged with a bit of sadness because this championship is over, effectively.
Well, we hope it's going to be a great day. The weather's a little mixed. We're definitely in that time of, okay, do you go on dries or do you go on wets? And if we do go on rain tires, one good thing is that'll save us a set of dry tires, which we've had a shortage of those. So I won't really be disappointed if we do that. But if it doesn't rain anymore, I don't know what the puddling is like out on the track, but we may need the rains for a bit. We'll see. you know, our race really doesn't start until after 70%. And we have a lot of scenarios that could play out for Scott to win the championship. So mostly in our favor, but anything could happen. So we'll see.
And you've got a strong, solid lineup for this race again. 2 new guys in Johnny Kane and Peter Dumbreck joining the others.
Yeah, Johnny and Peter, this is the first time that we've worked with them, but they're well known by some of the members on our team. And as always, I was just looking for 2 guys that can be quick enough, stay out of trouble, know the mission, and run the 552 car. So based on their track record, I think they can do that job.
Ken, it was a good clean start for the guys out there today, but they've just come into pit. Why is that?
Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up what we're going to do tire-wise. We had a dry line forming after about 2 laps, pitted both the cars, put them out on slicks, and unfortunately the 551 car got a speeding penalty, but so did the Patron cars. So kind of taking it easy out there, 10-hour race, see what happens.
Yeah, there's an awful long way to go, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go, so we need to keep the car in one piece and put ourselves in a position for the last 2 hours.
Guy, that seemed like he got a really good start, and it was a great stint.
Yeah, that was, that's what I came here for. That was a lot of fun. The car was really, really perfect. Just sweet to drive, like a sewing machine. And it just played out well for us, you know, varying conditions, but we were calling the strategy just right. We were a step ahead of the competition each time, and we were able to really open up a huge gap and just maintain that. It was a long time to be stuck in one position, so cramping up a little bit. I just got to get moving. I'll be good.
So, Jeff, we're nearly at the halfway point now, and it seems it's pretty dramatic up here for you guys. How are things going? What's the latest?
Well, we've had the early part of the race was rain, dry, rain, dry, rain, dry, so it was always a tough selection of tire choice. I think we did really, really well on our tire choice. We got Scott through his 2.5-hour minimum drive time and Guy, so both cars have qualified our silver drivers, so we'll be able to get points. We just got a penalty for avoidable contact with the 551 car, which of course we didn't agree with. The GT car turned in on us and then went off the racetrack, but you can't argue with City Hall, as they say. So we just made that. We're now 2 laps down with that car. The 552 car is in 2nd place, and we're well ahead of the 02 car, and that's our main goal. If we can beat the 02 car, we'll still win the championship. So on the global thing, we're doing well. We just got some time to make up to try to win this race.
Peter, you rang really solidly out there, but it wasn't easy, was it? There was so much going on. I could hear the engineers talking to you the whole time. How is it from your perspective?
Well, it's like going into a time warp, really, because so many things happened, and you know, I think back and I don't know. I don't even know how long I was in the car. So yeah, we're on wets, we're on slicks, sort of wettish track, dryish track, bit of a mix, and then in the end it's really quite dry. So I was able to put in some, you know, decent times, and the car felt really good. So yeah, I think we're back in the lead again now. So the team have done a great job in the last pit stop, and Johnny's in the car, so I think fairly safe pair of hands.
Ryan, a really solid stint, but it seems pretty unjust. That penalty didn't seem fair from where we were standing from.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet on TV, but from my perspective, I was already like in front of the car, and it's a normal passing zone for the GT guys, and so I don't know if he didn't see me, or I'm sure he did though, because I could tell that he had seen me and just turned in and hit my left rear tyre, and it was a pretty big hit, and I was really, still am, I'm really upset that we got a penalty, because it was 100% his fault, and anyone else when you're in that position, they just give it a little breathe and tuck in behind, and so it really hurt us, because we're still trying to get back on the lead lap, and I think without that penalty we would certainly be on the lead lap right now. We've got a really fast car. Strategy has been awesome. It's been a tough race, driving in the rain and in the drying conditions, so it's been fun, but we're just really pushing on hard to try to get the lead lap.
Johnny, a fantastic stint out there. You did an amazing job. How tough was it behind the wheel?
Well, it wasn't too bad, to be honest. The car was quite good. Tyres tended to go off a little bit towards the end of each stint, and funnily enough, the last set of tyres seemed better than the first 2. So that probably helped a little bit with it starting to get dark and everything. But no, seemed to manage to stay with the cars that we needed to be with at the right time, and you know, kept us in the mix, given the 01 car trouble. So it looks like Marino's right on his tail at the moment. and you know, it'll be a good race to the finish. But I think Guy and Peter and I have certainly held our end of the bargain up.
25 laps remaining.
Scott, many congratulations, the not only team champion but the drivers champion. Well, what a way to end the season. You must be absolutely delighted. That was a spectacular race.
I mean, it's I'm still kind of speechless right now. We've worked really hard for this year. The team did a great job. Really great result for everybody.
You must be incredibly proud of yourself. You've put in some amazing drives throughout the year.
I just put my head down and went to work, and just trying to be the best driver I can be.
Many congratulations. How does that one feel?
It feels fantastic to come back from that. Thank you, mate. To come back from that as a team was just incredible. You know, we had help from the 552 doing that as well, so thank you to them. Peter, Johnny, Guy, they did great. Thank you to Scott Tucker and David Stone for having me in this team. It's just great to be a part of it. You know, it's been a hard couple of weeks with my brother being injured, and it's nice to have a lot of my family here. I'm looking forward to getting back to see him on Monday.
David, many congratulations. My God, that was some race today, but you got the perfect result in the end.
That was, I can't think of a better race, and I really got to hand it to David Brabham today for the job he showed. He clearly showed the world he has not lost anything, and it was a great race. Everybody was clean today, and couldn't be happier for Scott Tucker and the team.
I can't believe that. 3 laps down to win it like that. That is how you win a motor race and how you win a championship. That was awesome. Absolutely fantastic.
You just have not stopped that whole race, have you? I mean, the strategy must have gone out the window at the beginning.
I think it's the hardest race we've ever done. I've never known a race with so many pit stops, so many, well, the penalties and all the incidents and things. It was awesome. It was just, I'm virtually speechless, which is quite rare.
Ryan, many congratulations. That was a really strong drive at the end there.
Yeah, thanks. It was really cool battling with Brabs. He still got it, the old guy, but it was a lot of fun. You know, we ended up getting him in the last pit stop, so hats off to the whole crew, and certainly one of those days where it just proves to never give up. You know, we came from 3 laps down and got it done, so just so happy. I can't believe we won it.